How to overcome stress fast and reclaim peace. Ageless lessons for everyday calm. There are moments in life when stress doesn't just knock on the door, it bursts in uninvited, and suddenly, the world feels heavier than your shoulders can bear. Maybe it starts with a phone call you weren't expecting, an email that changes your entire day, or even just the slow buildup of responsibilities that never seem to end. It sneaks into your body before you even realize it. Your jaw tightens, your heart races, and the calmness you thought you had disappears in an instant. And in that moment, you wonder if peace is even possible anymore. If this feels familiar, you're in the right place, because what you're about to hear is not just advice, it's a journey of returning to yourself. I want to take you to a small memory. Picture yourself as a child, sitting under a tree on a warm afternoon. The world was simpler then. You weren't worried about deadlines, bills, or unanswered messages. You were just present. The wind touched your face softly, and the leaves whispered stories you didn't need to understand. That state of being wasn't something you created, it was your natural way of existing. And here's the truth that stress makes us forget: that calm, that innocence, that grounded presence, it's still inside you, waiting patiently. Stress may have layered itself over the years, but peace was never lost. It was only covered. So how do we peel back those layers? It doesn't begin with fighting. That's the trap many fall into, the idea that we have to beat stress, conquer it like an enemy. But stress is not your enemy. Stress is your body's way of saying, I care about you. Something matters so much right now that I'm reacting. In that sense, stress is more like an overprotective friend, loud, sometimes overwhelming, but never truly against you. When we stop fighting stress and instead learn to listen, something magical happens. We begin to see that our nervous system is simply calling for balance, and balance can be restored. You may wonder, but how do I get from feeling this tightness in my chest to actually feeling light again? Let's take a little story of someone you may see yourself in. Sarah was a young professional who loved her job, but every day seemed like a marathon with no finish line. Her phone buzzed non-stop, her mind raced faster than she could type, and at night, sleep was a stranger. She thought stress was a sign of failure, like she wasn't strong enough to keep up with the world. But then, one evening, something shifted. Instead of forcing herself to keep working, she closed her laptop, sat quietly, and noticed her breath for the first time in weeks. At first, it felt awkward, too slow for her restless mind, but within minutes, something happened. The racing thoughts slowed down. The pounding in her chest softened. She realized she had discovered a doorway back to herself, one she never knew was there. This doorway is available to you too, right now, in this very moment. The first key is awareness. Stress thrives in the shadows of unconscious living, when we don't notice what's happening inside us. But the moment you pause and simply observe, something changes. Try this with me. Take a gentle breath in, and without judgment, notice how it feels. Does your chest feel tight? Does your breath feel shallow? That's okay. Simply noticing is already a form of healing. Now breathe out, slowly, as if releasing a burden you've carried all day. That exhale is a reminder, you don't have to hold everything at once.